I'm recording from a slightly different location than normal. We did some recording last week for a video production, and I'd like to play a couple of those songs that'll be soundtracks to a YouTube video that will be coming out from my place of employment. It will be for a neat science experiment that involves some Legos. And what I came up with was a soundtrack that uses some swing songs that I have been messing around with for a little while, and I've just repurposed them. Eventually they'll have some lyrics, but for this it's all just nice background swing style accompaniment. And so the first thing I'd like to play is a song I'm calling, for the purposes of this video production, What's Up Doc? Alright, well I flubbed a little bit in the middle, but you get an idea of what I was aiming for. I did better on the soundtrack. And so the other thing to point out tonight is this is a revisiting with my 1938 Vega. What you're hearing through just the microphone on my little Sony webcam tonight is this thing through this pickup, which I wound. Johnny Smith, if you saw video number 1 that I posted, I talked a little bit about that. And I'm running this through a little Roland Street Cube, and I've got it on the blackface setting, and it's I cut the bass just a little bit. This thing's kind of bassy, or at least it sounds that way to me. Hard to tell what you're going to get in the webcam. But that's what I've got here, and everything else is kind of mixed flat. I really love the sound of this thing. Wish you could hear it. The other way it sounds great is just acoustic. So I'm going to give you a little taste of that. I doubt it's going to come through all that well through this kind of a microphone experience, but we'll give it a try. So here's what it sounds like. I just turned the amplifier off. So you get an idea, maybe, of what this thing sounds like without any amplification, which is really nice. And when we were doing the recording session, we had a close mic on the guitar itself, and then I had the amplifier off a ways in a distance, and we had close mic on that. So we mixed two channels, two guitars for the price of one. And that's a really nice thing in recording, and it's one of those options that you get with an Archtop like this, is that it works as an acoustic, it works as an electric. It's two guitars in one. So for the soundtrack, they needed another piece of music for it, something to, in one part of the video, there will be some scientists talking sciencey sort of stuff, and they wanted a funkier thing underneath that. And so I came up with this next thing that I'll play for you. I'll turn the amplifier back on. And this is something I'm calling Watt the Funk. And why all these watt references? Well, the science that we'll be talking about is a thing called a watt balance, and this will be a Lego watt balance, and this will be a video explaining how it works, and in a fun sort of way. I think the woman who's doing the production on it has described it as an infomercial. So that's all the more I'm leaking about that right now, but it's going to be very, very cool. So anyway, this next bit I'm calling Watt the Funk, and let's see if I can play it. Yeah, I think I can remember what I did. you can see that's just a little simple funk progression in E, where I get to let that chunky bass just go all the time. I muffed my melody line just about every time I had it, but I haven't played it in a week, and I'd kind of forgotten it. But what I got going there is I'm just playing out notes in the melody. It is a vague riff on something I remember playing by Jeff Beck way back when. So apologies to Jeff if it is too close, but I don't think really it is anything of his. It's just sort of that's what's in my head. What that sounds like. So those are the two songs that'll be forming the soundtrack. The producer had me do some other just sound effecty things, and I won't bore you with that stuff. She'll either end up using it or she won't. I don't know. But it was a lot of fun doing it. It's a lot of fun sharing this part of it with you. I'm trying to think if there was anything else I wanted to talk about. I don't think so. Again, it's the 1938 Vega Archtop. I think it's a C, what is this thing? It's a C66 for those who keep score of that sort of thing. Interestingly enough, I've peeked inside here. It's got totally different bracing than anything else on the planet. I think, I really think there's just one brace right down the middle of this thing. Put together kind of odd too, the way they glue up the wood. Anyway, that's, I might cover some of that in the blog. Maybe not, I don't know. Anyway, I think I've probably babbled enough. I appreciate people's indulgences. It's been nice, people showing up and checking out the site. Really appreciate it. Check out the other videos. Many are less rambly than this. And so for blues people, I've got something that I've recorded on my 1929 Regal Parlor guitar. And for those who are interested in sort of reinterpretations of the 80s, I've got a version of The Cure on a Craviola. Anyway, I keep trying to find unusual guitars and just having fun. So have fun, see the sights, and enjoy. Till next time.